We're getting a little personal today. I'm in the bathroom, sitting on a toilet. Not using the toilet. Nope, I'm not that. Nah. The toilet has an issue. It is the fill valve. Now, if you've noticed your toilet is running constantly, or it takes a while for the to turn off. You hear the water filling. You flush it, you hear it fill. It takes a while to turn off. It just constantly runs, or you hear just a little bit of water running. Well, that is your fill valve. Luckily, that's an easy fix. I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. You work with plumbing in the house. You think, why would anyone put running water in a wooden structure, home, domicile, when water kills wood? But, it is convenient. So I get it in that respect. But, man, you work on it, you're like, this is just crazy. This is a potential problem waiting to happen. But this way, you can cut it out quickly, replace that fill valve. Not a bad job. I'm going to show you how. Hey, it's a toilet. So that is the fill valve. Now you can see exactly what it is right there. The water line from your wall comes out, hooks to this fill valve. So when you flush it, that is the drain valve. You flush it, it pulls that flap up. The water in the tank drains, flushes your toilet. And in this valve, it drops. When it drops, that somehow triggers it to fill, to where it'll fill until it gets to whatever water level line it is, and it stops filling. In this case, my toilet, it is not stopping. It reaches this level or even higher, and it just keeps on going. So this is an overflow. That part right there is an overflow, so the water, if it gets above it, it flows in, so you don't flood your bathroom. That's what that does. But mine, it just won't stop filling, so we're going to check that out. So this is your tank. That is the bowl. See right there? Bowl. You know what? Fun fact, it did not clean the bathroom or the toilet. It's normally this clean. I'm a clean person. If you watch my videos, you kind of know that already. So you need to remove this tank. Real in close. So that is the back of the toilet. Yeah, that looks a little gross. That's the way it is. So this thing, see, when you press this, oh look, it's not stopping. Oh, it did stop. It's been off and on. It's not good. So the thing we need to do is to drain the water from this bowl, because you got to get in here and you need all this water gone. So what you should have is something that looks like this. This is your valve. You want to shut it. That's turn it all the way to the right. Yeah, no, it's a little rough in here. This is the only room in the house I've not redone. Previous people, they leave a bit to be desired. So, with that off, you flush the toilet like so. Look at that water go. And I'm holding this open because I want all that water to get out as much as possible. Now, you're always going to have a little bit in the bottom that stays. So you can see that drain valve, it's got a little bit of angle to it. And so you can't quite get it. Like that thing, no more water's coming out, unfortunately. So my water's off. This is not triggering it to fill, which is good. So what I do with the rest of this, I have to get it out. Either trying to get it into the drain valve or just getting a towel to sop it up. A little bit of both. Usually, I wish I'd drain a little bit more. You see those bolts a little rusty. Not the greatest thing in the world, but you know what? We're gonna see if it holds on. All right, let me use two hands to get the rest of this water out. I'm gonna get what I can into the drain valve. The rest of it, I'll use a towel. And from there, we're going to remove this fill valve, which is actually quite easy. An old fluid master, because you want something that's going to be a master of fluids. It is not easy doing this one-handed. Oh, it's actually glued down. I guess they may have an issue with people stealing fill valves. Good stuff flying. This is it. It pretty much looks just like what's in there. This seals against the tank so that water does not leak out. I can't remember what this does. I think this is just the height depending on your toilet. I'm going to just take the old one out, match it. All this, just adjustability. This adjusts where the float is, so if you want the tank to fill more or less, you want it higher or lower. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See these parts that went flying out of here. That's just a hose. See, this used to be some kind of cleaner thing. I don't know what it does. I don't think it does much. Really, you just want some kind of release valve that goes into there. Normally flow from there to there. This, I got this whole setup. I don't remember what that does. I don't. And this is just a hook that goes in there for that valve. So, because if this valve were not hooked, it would just be spraying all over the place and chance to get water all over the place. This goes on the bottom side of your fill valve, on the bottom side of the tank, to tighten it in place. These are instructions. We don't need those. So the water's out. Basically what I did, I took a washcloth and just let it, I used it to try to direct it to the drain valve with it open. And what I couldn't get, I just took the washcloth, let it soak up, and squeezed out into the toilet bowl just to, get rid of it. So I feel like I should tell you what all these pieces are. I just kind of tossed this one. But what this does, this clips onto the side of this overflow thing. Like that. It should be easier than that, but you know, nothing's ever easy. Oh my gosh. It does clip, I'm telling you, it does. There we go. So I'm not using it. Maybe it goes the other way. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But it just clips on the side, and that black drain valve showed you, where in my case this one would clip here, it's got a hole in it, and it just drain in a drain valve. I have had it, like this one specifically, where it got loose and it's just like spraying all in there, so when you open the thing, you get water everywhere. Not good. But this, I've seen ones like this, they're kind of heavy duty. I've seen ones that are just kind of a paper clip that it hooks, you know, it comes up and it hooks that way. That's in there, it works, so I don't need this one. I'm tossing, but I just figured I'd tell you what it was, just so you know. So now we got to get this fill valve out. And let's go underneath the toilet. So, see this? That is the water line. So you need a towel here because there is water in this up to the fill valve. And so, you know, there's going to be a little water dropping out, you know, with gravity, not too bad. But I'm going to unscrew this. It is just hand tight. And then if you go a little bit farther, you see this little plastic nut that is the same as it came in the bag with this new one. And that just holds the fill valve tight to the toilet tank. So we're going to unscrew that, the water line, unscrew the fill valve, and then that's it. The fill valve is out, and we put the new one in. It really is that simple. So I'm going to put a towel down just to, you know, catch whatever comes down here. To put it on the floor. See, it should not be super tight. Good, it is not. May get a little bit of water coming out into the water line. I'm just going to take the tension off that line because I want it to twist it a little bit. I don't want it to do that. So you can see there's a little bit of water there. I'm going to numb it out. Got my towel. That's why I got my towel. And this is the nut for the fill valve. Okay, then a little water may come out because I tried to sop it all up with a washcloth, but you can't always get it all. So maybe just a little bit there, but again, that's why we have a towel. That nut is off. So you can see there's a little bit of water coming out. You can see it's stuck a little bit because there is that rubber seal on the bottom of it to seal it, to prevent water from escaping and ruining stuff. So I'm just pulling the fill valve out of the top. Let me show you that. So, if you have a line, if you have this line, pull this line off. It's just a little nipple there. Just pull it off. This is out. This is all just wherever that valve is. You know, it just is over. It doesn't want to stop filling, and it happens, man. These last, I don't know, 5 years, maybe 7 or 8 if you're lucky. But I'm gonna look at. So there's a height adjustment. You can see there's that little collar, that clear collar there. There's a height adjustment for this. This one's all the way down, so I'm gonna match that. I played with this float level after this thing went bad, just messing with it. It's probably a little too low because you don't have enough water. You're not getting a good flush, and you don't want to fill it too. You don't want it too high because then you're just wasting water. So you got to find that balance where it's low enough that you're not wasting water, but high enough that you're getting good flushes. And so this is too low. I got to do a double flush to get, you know, right now. But again, I changed that just now because I was screwing around with it and I wanted to. So old one, bad. Let's get rid of that. Here's the new one. And you can see there's a thread here. I need to bring this all the way down because the other one's all the way down. This float probably a little high. I don't want it all the way to the bottom, but we'll just take it a little bit farther. There's that same nipple I'm going to reattach to. Let me use both hands to adjust the height. This thing pops up like that, and then you just screw it. But I need a second hand to do that. You just screw it down. I want it all the way down. I don't really know why it matters. I mean, I would think in almost all cases you want it all the way down, but maybe there's a case you wouldn't. And I want this float a little bit lower, so let me do that. Actually, you know what? I know you want to watch me do these things. So I took the collar up. Should just screw down. I'm just twisting it. Let's go down. Didn't really seem to do much. Maybe this is, the other one is lower. But this one just, I'm turning and nothing's doing. Turn it the other way, see if anything happens. Nothing happens. I don't know about that. You kind of need to be down and then you twist it. Provide a little bit of resistance. I don't know. This seems like a. Alright, I just kind of squeezed it down and that snaps into place. That rubber seal is in place. So this float, I think you just turn this one or the other. Let's see. All right, let's do it counterclockwise. That lowers the float. I'm gonna go like halfway down maybe. Ooh, that's good, I like that. All right, this thing is ready to put into the toilet. So I adjusted it. So you see, there's a hole there. You just stick it in that hole like so. Doesn't really want to stay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this nipple on there. And this hose on the nipple and just tension fit, just slides on. This is not like crazy water pressure. We have to worry about stuff like that. That is in the hole well. Let me get my nut. And we're gonna screw this back on. I'm gonna hold the top of it just so it doesn't want to wobble around too much. If you notice when I take this off, hand tight, put it on, hand tight, perfectly fine. So you do want to make this as tight as your hand can get it. Just prevent any water from leaking. I mean, if you're a super pro, you're gonna install this and then an hour or two later, check it, make sure there's no leaks. I'm confident that I'm not gonna have leaks, so I probably won't check it. Then I'll have an issue and I'll be like, dang it, I should have checked it. I'm just tightening the water line back on. And again, that was hand tight. Oh yeah. That is on there. I think that's good. Ooh, I dropped water on the floor. So look, this thing is in, man. We're done. That's it. The only thing left to do, you want to turn your water on. You may hear some crazy like thunks because just pressure in the line and all. And that is a counterclockwise. You open that valve. So you can hear it. It's filling. Oh yeah, good flow. You want some good flow. You can see it. How about it was doing its job? If it was doing its job completely, it will stop at some point. Now you unsure it more, you get a little bit more flow, where it just until it fills quicker or slower. Just preference. Are we gonna watch this whole float? I think we are. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. Watch it float up and then stop. So you can see there's that water line. What was that? Alright, that's a problem. Hold on. Oh, the float works, but it just... it's that collar on the bottom. Popped up. Can't get it back down. Oh. So for whatever reason, I guess I didn't pop it in place. This collar, it popped up, and the whole tube just went up. Not good. I guess I didn't snap it all the way down. Now I gotta get it down while it's in there. I assume I can get that done. Easier if it was not in there. Yeah, I can't do it with it in there. I'm going to have to pull it right back out so you get to see me do this twice. Or maybe I'll just stop the video. But I'm going to cut my water off. That was already pretty much off. Oh, I got all the water in there too. That ain't good. I'm going to stop the video, man. You guys seen how it's done. I need to fix that because I don't want to take this all out. I don't want to dump all the water again. So the moral of the story is, in the new one, make sure this collar is all the way down. If not, I mean, I don't think it really matters. What happened is I guess I didn't have it all the way down, and it just, well, like that. It just kind of popped out a little bit, like that. So make sure your collar's down. That way, it's in place. I thought I had it all the way down. I guess I didn't, but luckily I didn't have water leaking all over the place. It just didn't really matter. Got it fixed. We're good to go. And there you have it. The toilet is done. I've been to numerous houses where I'll be at somebody's house and I'll say, hey, you realize your fill valve doesn't shut off. You need to replace it. And a lot of people don't even realize. So if your toilet, if you hear the water running constantly, like you just hear that water running sound, it's your fill valve more than likely. Now I know toilets can be kind of weird. Like I always think, oh, like I've put my hands in the water, the tank, I need to wash my hands, I need to sanitize. But that tank, that same water line that fills your tank is the same water line that runs to your sink, that runs all over the place. And so unless you're doing business in the tank instead of the bowl, not an issue. Like that water is clean. I installed this toilet new, so I know that there's never been any business done in the back of the tank, which I think is called the double decker, maybe. I don't know, inconsequential, but that's it. Toilet fixed, fill valve. That is $8, maybe $10 at your local big box home improvement store. Very easy fix. You can do it. I believe in you.